Hi guys, it's Krista. I wanted to talk with you today about dental health and sugar-free diet, as well as mental health and weight loss as well. So as you guys know, I've been sticking to 30 grams of sugar a day or less, and it has been great. It's been really successful. I've been able to pretty easily keep my sugar consumption under 30 grams a day. There's been one or two times where I've been really tempted by some cravings, but I made it through those and things have been doing really well. I noticed that I don't get the mid-afternoon slump like I normally would with a lot of sugar consumption, and I kind of had a little victory this weekend because usually I went to my in-laws this weekend, and typically whenever I go to their house there's tons of candy laying around, cookies, all kinds of stuff, and I practiced moderation. I kept it under 30 grams still. So I was pretty proud of myself with all that candy around. I mean, literally, there was a ton of candy hanging around and I didn't eat any of it. So I was pretty proud of myself. Small victories are what make you stick to your goals. It's just the little things that you accomplish that make you feel good about what you're doing. Plus the physical effects of feeling well. And also, other things that I wanted to talk to you about were the next topic would be dental health. So in my past, I have had some issues with my dental health. So I don't know if any of you know this, but I eat a completely gluten-free diet. I am not a diagnosed celiac, but I do have family members who are diagnosed celiac. So I have been completely gluten-free. I was sick for a really long time until I cut gluten out of my diet, and I've been perfectly healthy ever since. And off all medications. I don't take a single prescription medication. I hardly take over-the-counters unless I absolutely have a terrible migraine or cramps or something like that. So anyway, but the one thing that I have dealt with my excessive sugar consumption in the past has been cavities. And most recently, last year in April, I got cavity in the back tooth on the side, and it turned into being, it was a deeper cavity than they expected. It turned into a root canal and a crown. And then I had another cavity filled in the tooth right before it, and it turned into a crown, and now I'm going to have to get a root canal on that one. So if that's not motivation to stop eating sugar, I don't know what would be. So when you see the physical effects of sugar has on you, and you see that it really does, it deteriorates your teeth. And I can't imagine if it's doing that to my teeth and it barely sits on my teeth for a few minutes, what is it doing to my esophagus or my stomach, or to what is it doing to the rest of my organs when it's in my bloodstream for hours after I eat it? And so that's also part of the motivation. Keeping your teeth healthy is really important. I don't want to have dentures. I don't want any more root canals. Not to mention that stuff is expensive. Dental problems are expensive. So after 2 crowns, 1 root canal, possibly 2 that I'm waiting on here, I'm done. So that's another motivation there. And also, it's just really important to keep your teeth healthy. I think your teeth kind of are a thumbnail of your entire health. So if your teeth aren't healthy, what else inside of you is not healthy? And actually, more and more research is coming out to indicate that your teeth and your gum health reflects your cardiac health. So those are things to kind of keep in mind when, thinking about dental health. Some other things I wanted to talk to you guys about were mental health. And this is kind of a different topic. I'm going to get a little bit more personal than I normally do with this one. But I get some comments sometimes where people are like, you're gorgeous, or you're skinny, or you're blah, blah, blah. Why are you doing this? This is radical. Why on earth would you take sugar out of your diet? And I just want you all to know that has absolutely nothing to do with the aesthetic of it. It's not because I think I need to lose weight. I think I'm a great weight. It's not because I'm not self-confident in my body. I enjoy my body, and it's healthy, and it's perfect for me. And I wouldn't change anything about it. So it's really not about the aesthetics. It's literally about my health. And that's 100% my motivation for this. And I just think that there's been some misconceptions because this skinny chick, is trying to take out sugar and you don't need to lose weight and all this. And I'm like, I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm trying to be healthy. So like I said, my teeth start falling apart, I know I'm not healthy on the inside and I need to change that. I'm pretty proactive, so my goal is to be as healthy as possible and enjoy a really long, happy, healthy life. So as far as the mental health aspect goes, I have dealt with some issues in the past that have caused me to overconsume sugar. That tends to be kind of my comfort food. So dealing with anxiety or dealing with feelings that you kind of want to ignore can make you turn to these things. And I think that everyone has a vice or has had a vice in their life, and we all deal with them differently. And I'm just trying to finally address mine, which was sugar, which is sugar still. I think it'll always be a vice and it'll always be tempting, but getting past the tough part where I can start maintaining a mostly sugar-free diet is going to be really healthy for me, because eating is never a good way to comfort yourself. It isolates you. It's very unhealthy. It's very isolating, and it's a sad habit to eat yourself numb. I mean, it's not what a healthy, normal person would do. So fixing these problems and addressing these problems is a big part of being able to conquer this sugar monster that's been eating at me forever. So, dealing with the feelings that you have when you have them in a different fashion than just being like, oh, I'm going to go get a pint of Ben & Jerry's because I'm really stressed out today, or I had a terrible day at work, or my husband and I are in a fight, or whatever. It can be dealt with in other ways. So things that I have come to find comforting other than eating or sugar are going to my favorite tea shop across the street and just sitting down having a cup of tea and reading a really good book. That's something that I find really comforting. Or going to go work out at my gym. They offer all kinds of really fun classes, so it's not only a great distraction, but then you get your endorphin rush after, you feel really good, and it's just a lot healthier way to deal with any feelings of frustration or just anxiety or anything that's going on. Other ways that I deal with it are to watch a show that I find really comforting, which I know sounds like, well, that's not very productive, but a half an hour to watch one episode of The Office or Grey's Anatomy, which are a couple of my favorite shows, that's not going to hurt anything. And it's just nice to just sit down, dedicate that half hour, know that this is my break. I just got home from work. This is my break time. I'm going to spend 30 minutes watching this show, watching this episode, and then I'll go do what I need to get done after that. But giving yourself that time to decompress from your day and do something that comforts you other than turning to food is a big part of getting over any addiction, and being able to comfort yourself and console yourself is a big part of it. So that's something that I hate to say it, but I'm 28 years old and I'm just now learning how to do. So I think life is about learning, and things will just get better from here. Other things I wanted to talk to you about would be weight loss. I haven't lost a pound. The scale hasn't changed at all. And to be honest with you, I think it takes a lot more of a long-term effort to see any changes in the scale. I actually don't imagine that I will lose any weight. If anything, I may lose fat because I'm not supplying my fat cells with a ton of extra glucose every day. So that may cause changes in the scale. But I really don't predict that I'll lose a lot of weight. In contrast, if you're a person who has a lot of extra weight on you and you go sugar-free, I imagine that you would definitely see some fat loss. Things I have noticed, though, that haven't involved any changing of the numbers on the scale is that I retain less water, so I look less bloated, I feel less bloated, my digestion is really efficient and good, my bowel habits are very regular, and my body is just happy. My mind is sharp. I just feel like a more productive, more efficient, more alive person when I don't have, one, an addiction dragging me down, and two, sugar and insulin competing with each other all day, and that can just really tire you out and make you feel like crummy, make you feel crummy is what I meant to say. So anyway, that's my little tidbit for the day. Like I said, still going strong. If you guys have any problems that you've run into trying to limit your sugar in your diet, let me know what they are. I'd love to speak on anything that I've had experience with. So feel free to shoot me your questions, send over any tips or tricks, things that have made it easier for you. I would love to hear about it. And I will be posting another video here in the next few days. So good luck with everything and stay healthy, folks. Bye.